Hello and welcome to Reality TV News Update, where you'll find the most recent news, entertaining moments, and exclusive behind-the-scenes content. The past few years have been like a dramatic screenplay for Ashley Hollis, with love, loss, legal trouble, and eventually renewal. Hollis is now entering a new phase of her life that is characterized not by courtroom headlines, but rather by happiness and hope. She was previously best known for her high-profile marriage to businessman Vince Panaro. Her most recent marriage has drawn a lot of attention, especially since it comes after a divorce that, according to insiders, was deeply involved in a $3.70 million lawsuit. People close to Hollis insist that she is focused on moving forward, despite the fact that the legal dispute continues to pique curiosity. According to a person who is familiar with the situation, Ashley has always believed that life does not stop at heartbreak. She's picking love, stability, and peace. A marriage that once attracted attention. In the past, Vince Panaro and Ashley Hollis were regarded as a powerful couple. Their relationship, which started out casually, quickly developed into a whirlwind romance that captivated both friends and acquaintances. Hollis, who was admired for her charisma and resilience, and Panaro, a businessman with a growing portfolio, appeared to be a good match, ambitious, driven, and outwardly supportive of each other's goals. Attendees described their wedding as elegant and intimate, illustrating a partnership founded on trust and shared goals. The couple appeared to be stable in the beginning, with frequent discussions of teamwork and respect for one another. Cracks, on the other hand, reportedly began to appear behind closed doors, as with many public relationships. The development of legal stress. People who are familiar with the situation claim that a significant legal dispute led to the beginning of the marriage's transformation. Complex financial and contractual disagreements related to Panaro's business dealings are alleged to have been the subject of the $3.70 million lawsuit. Even though the case's specifics haven't been made public, sources say that the couple was under a lot of stress because of the legal proceedings. The emotional toll of ongoing litigation, long legal meetings, and financial uncertainty reportedly began to weaken their marriage. One insider explained, "Legal battles don't just stay in the courtroom, they come home with you. They affect emotional well-being, trust, and communication." Hollis and Panaro chose to keep a low profile as the litigation progressed, rather than speak directly about it at first. Divorce and making tough choices. The strain eventually became too much to ignore. Some people were surprised when Ashley Hollis and Vince Panaro filed for divorce, but others thought it was inevitable. The breakup was said to be difficult but necessary. It was made after, according to sources, months of private attempts to save the relationship. The divorce was confirmed by court documents, but neither party made any public accusations. Later, Hollis's friends said that the decision to divorce wasn't just about money, it was also about emotional exhaustion and competing priorities that came to the surface when pressure was on. A confidant stated, "Ashley felt like she was losing herself. Their lives were forever marred by the lawsuit." Despite rumors, neither side pointed fingers at the other, maintaining a level of secrecy that was praised by many observers. The life after divorce. Hollis largely avoided the spotlight after the divorce. She relied on close friends, family, and personal reflection to focus on rebuilding her life. Her close friends and family described this time as one of healing and rebirth. A source stated, "She took time to breathe, just healing, no interviews, no statements." Hollis is said to have revisited interests she had put off during her marriage during this time. She went on vacation, got into healthy habits, and got back in touch with people who made her feel like she was still the same person before the legal chaos. According to reports, Panaro continued to navigate the legal dispute related to the $3.70 million that has not been resolved. Finding love once more. Ashley Hollis reportedly met her new partner during this period of renewal. This romance, in contrast to her previous high-profile relationship, progressed quietly. Friends claimed that the connection was based on emotional safety rather than status or ambition. One insider explained, "She wasn't looking for fireworks, she was seeking tranquility." The couple avoided making public statements about their relationship or posting about it on social media. Hollis's friends and family, however, noticed a change over time. She seemed lighter, happier, and more grounded. The couple eventually got married as the relationship progressed. A brand new beginning. The remarriage of Ashley Hollis was quietly confirmed without any major announcements or media attention. Hollis's desire to conceal rather than display her happiness was reflected in the ceremony's description as intimate and attended by close friends and family. A bride who had weathered storms and emerged stronger was depicted in private photos shared with guests as a relaxed and radiant bride. A source close to the couple stated, "This wedding wasn't about proving anything. It was about choosing happiness." People who are familiar with Hollis describe him as a supportive partner who values privacy and stability, despite the fact that the identity of his new spouse has been largely kept out of the public eye. The ongoing legal battle involving Vince Panaro. As Hollis begins this new chapter, Vince Panaro remains a topic of conversation in relation to their divorce-related legal dispute. Despite the limited details, the $3.70 million lawsuit continues to pique speculation. Legal professionals point out that resolving high-value cases can take years, especially when there are multiple parties and financial claims. Panaro has not said much about the situation, and representatives haven't offered any new updates. Observers emphasize that legal disputes often involve complexities that are not readily apparent to the general public, and caution against drawing definitive conclusions. The public reaction and analysis. The majority of the public's reaction to Hollis's remarriage has been positive. Her story is widely regarded as one of perseverance and serves as a reminder that life can provide opportunities for second chances even after tragic outcomes. Discussions on social media have shifted away from the legal dispute and towards Hollis's apparent happiness. One commenter wrote, "She deserves peace." Another added, "It's refreshing to see someone move on quietly and gracefully." Relationship experts say that stories like Hollis's have a universal resonance because they show that love doesn't end with one chapter. Continuing forward. Today, Hollis appears determined to transcend the headlines of the past. According to her friends, she's focusing on creating a life centered on harmony, emotional well-being, and genuine connection. A source stated, "She's not running from her past, she's just refusing to let it dictate her future." As the Vince Panaro legal case progresses slowly, Hollis's journey provides a contrasting narrative of closure, healing, and new beginnings. In the end, her story is more about the courage to choose happiness after a divorce or loss. A new chapter in Ashley Hollis's life is marked by love, healing, and personal renewal. Hollis has quietly remarried, indicating a fresh start after years of emotional and legal strain following a highly publicized divorce from businessman Vince Panaro that took place amid reports of a $3.70 million legal battle. Hollis's close friends and family say that her most recent marriage was not a sudden rebound, but rather the result of intentional growth and healing. Hollis appears to be focused on stability, privacy, and happiness, despite the fact that the unresolved legal issues surrounding her previous marriage continue to attract public attention. Once admired relationship. When Ashley Hollis and Vince Panaro first got together, everyone thought they were going to be a good couple. The couple was described as ambitious, supportive, and deeply committed to building a life together by friends and acquaintances. Their marriage quickly became a topic of conversation in their social circles due to Panaro's professional pursuits and Hollis's strong personal presence. The couple seemed to be inseparable on a personal and professional level for a while. They shared an image of shared purpose, attended events together, and spoke positively about partnership. However, insiders later revealed that their private difficulties did not fully reflect their public image. Behind-the-scenes legal presence. The emergence of a significant legal dispute involving Panaro coincided with the turning point in the marriage, according to sources familiar with the situation. The lawsuit, which is said to be worth approximately $3.70 million, is said to have been the result of intricate disagreements regarding finances and business. People who are close to the couple claim that the ongoing litigation caused persistent stress, despite the fact that specific details of the case have not been fully disclosed.
Daily life reportedly began to be dominated by legal meetings, financial uncertainty, and prolonged court proceedings, putting a strain on communication and emotional health. One source stated, "Legal battles don't just affect bank accounts, they have an impact on relationships, trust, and tranquility." At the time, Hollis and Panaro chose to keep the lawsuit private as the legal process progressed, rather than discuss it publicly. The determination to separate. It became increasingly evident over the course of several months that the stress of the lawsuit was having an effect on the marriage's foundation. Hollis's friends say that the couple tried to work through their differences privately before deciding to split up. When the divorce application was made public, some observers were surprised, but those who were aware of the difficulties in the background thought it was inevitable. Court records confirmed the marriage's dissolution, but neither party made any public accusations or detailed statements. Later, Hollis's friends said that the decision wasn't just about money, it was also about emotional exhaustion and different paths that were more obvious under stress. A close friend stated she needed to reclaim her sense of self. Life after the event. Following the divorce, Ashley Hollis stepped back from public attention. She focused on healing, personal reflection, and rebuilding her routine rather than addressing speculation. Her close friends and family described this time as a quiet recovery. According to reports, Hollis traveled, placed wellness first, and reconnected with friends and family. Insiders claim that the objective was not to escape the past, but rather to restore equilibrium following a turbulent chapter. According to available reports, Vince Panaro continued to handle the ongoing legal dispute throughout this same time period. A new relationship. Hollis met her current partner during this period of renewal. This one, in contrast to her previous one, developed away from public view. According to friends, the bond developed naturally and was based on emotional support rather than on expectations from others. One source stated, "She wasn't chasing headlines or attention, she was seeking tranquility." The couple kept their relationship private, allowing it to develop without being criticized by the public or shared on social media. Hollis's friends and family noticed that she became more composed, more self-assured, and truly content over time. A private remarry. There were no media campaigns or public announcements regarding Hollis's remarriage. The ceremony, which was described as intimate and sincere by attendees, reflected her desire to conceal rather than display her happiness. It was noted by attendees that the event emphasized connection rather than extravagantness. Hollis appeared radiant and relaxed in private photos, a sign of her personal development following her divorce. A source stated, "She wanted something real and grounded. Embracing the future was what this was about, not rewriting the past." The legal case against Vince Panaro. While Hollis moves on, the lawsuit involving her previous marriage continues to attract public attention. Experts in the field of law warn against making assumptions about the $3.70 million legal dispute involving Vince Panaro. Many of the details of high-value lawsuits remain confidential, requiring lengthy timelines and intricate negotiations. Representatives have declined to provide updates, and Panaro has largely refrained from speaking to the public. Observers emphasize that legal proceedings rarely provide a complete account of a relationship's demise. Public reaction. The majority of responses to Hollis's remarriage have been positive. Many see her journey as a reminder that life can offer new beginnings even after painful experiences. Instead of discussing controversy, online discussions have focused on her resilience. One commenter wrote, "She deserves happiness after everything she went through." Relationship experts say that stories like Hollis's resonate because they show how hardship often leads to personal growth. Looking forward. Ashley Hollis seems today to be determined to define herself in her own way. According to her friends, she wants to build a future that is centered on emotional well-being, meaningful relationships, and personal fulfillment. One source stated, "She's not erasing her past, she just isn't letting it dictate her future." Hollis's story is one of renewal as Vince Panaro's legal case progresses, serving as a reminder that love can be found again even after public heartbreak and legal turmoil.